Welcome to the PrepNet, presented every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Talk2Me's Channel 14. Come join us to discuss everything about prepping and hear what others have done. All About Communications Part 2. Do I need more than one e-com plan? In most cases, yes. Different scenarios require different communication structures. Think in terms of mission sets rather than a single universal plan. Stay-at-home plan, used when sheltering in place, focuses on local coordination, neighborhood communication, monitoring news and alerts, often relies on base stations and home power. Evacuation plan, used when leaving home. Consider mobile radios, handheld backups, pre-programmed channels, rally points and timelines, assume limited setup time. Local event plan applies to severe weather, wildfire, unrest, or outages. Emphasizes frequent check-ins, battery conservation, rapid pace transitions. Long-term grid down plan applies to extended infrastructure failure. Requires expanded power planning, regional communication capability, scheduled nets, strict energy management. Individual versus group plans. You may need separate structures for immediate family, extended family, mutual aid group, community organization. Each group may differ in equipment and skill level. Maintain a consistent PACE framework across all plans to reduce confusion. What are my e-com options? No single system solves every problem. Each method has strengths, limitations, range constraints, and power requirements. Your task is to match tools to missions. Cellular phones, strengths, widely available, easy to use, voice and data capable. Limitations, infrastructure dependent, congestion prone, power dependent. Often primary, never the only layer. Example of a phone-only PACE plan. Primary, cell phone. Alternate, text message. Contingency, call Uncle Mike's neighbor. Emergency, travel to Uncle Mike's location. FRS strengths, no license required. Simple operation. Limitations, limited range. Fixed antennas. Best for short-range coordination. GMRS strengths, higher power. Repeater access. Limitations, license required. Repeater dependency. Good for family and regional use. Amateur radio strengths, VHF, UHF, and HF capability. Local to global range. Limitations, license and training required. Most flexible but requires preparation. CB strengths, no license required. Common in rural areas. Limitations, limited range. Channel congestion. Useful for mobile coordination. Satellite communications strengths, wide area coverage. Independent of local infrastructure. Limitations. Equipment cost, subscription requirements, terrain limitations, strong contingency or emergency layer. Broadcast monitoring. Receiving information is as important as transmitting. Includes weather radio, AM/FM broadcast, shortwave. Provides situational awareness. Non-electronic methods includes rally points, written notes, visual signals, couriers. True zero power emergency options. Detailed examination of communication types. Understanding how systems function improves planning decisions. Simplex versus repeater. Simplex, direct radio to radio, infrastructure independent, range limited by terrain, power, and antenna height. Repeater, extended range, infrastructure dependent, especially on electric power. Plan should include simplex capability because repeaters cannot be assumed to remain operational. Line of sight versus skywave. Line of sight, VHF, UHF. Terrain dependent, local to regional. Skywave HF, ionospheric reflection, regional to international. Skywave supports long-distance grid-down planning. Analog versus digital. Analog, simple, widely compatible. Digital, efficient at weak signals, supports data, requires equipment coordination. Fixed, mobile, portable. Fixed, higher power, larger antennas. Mobile, vehicle-based, flexible. Portable, highly mobile, battery-dependent. An integrated plan uses all three where possible. Infrastructure dependency. Infrastructure dependent. Cellular. Internet-based systems such as P.A.C.E radios. Linked repeaters. Infrastructure independent. Simplex radio. HF radio. As dependency increases, vulnerability increases. Always include at least one independent layer. When evaluating any communication method, ask, how far does it reach? What does it depend on? How much power does it require? Who can use it? How complex is it under stress? These questions determine placement within your P.A.C.E structure. Next week, we'll continue the All About Communication series and cover examples of e-com plans. If you have any questions about what we have discussed here tonight, please send your question to prepnetch14@gmail.com and enter question in the subject line.